Hello dear children. Now last class we have seen about finding solutions for a linear equation in two variables. How did we find the solution? We have written one of the variables in terms of the other, either in terms of x or in terms of y, substituted values for one variable, found out the value for the other variable, and there are infinitely many solutions for a linear equation in two variables. Now today we will be learning about graphical representation of linear equations in two variables. That is graphically how you are going to represent the linear equation, or how is the graph of a linear equation. We will be seeing that. Now you require graph paper. Hope all of you are having the graph papers with you. Now let us take an example. A simple example we will be doing first. Let us take, say, x minus y equals 5. X minus y equals 5. An example I am taking. You have to represent this graphically. Now to represent this graphically, we have learned in coordinate geometry. How do we represent a point? A point is represented using the x and y coordinates. So here also, when you are finding values for x and y, that is the solutions. When you are finding solutions, you are actually getting an ordered pair, which will represent a point. So for finding that ordered pair, like how we have found out algebraically the solutions, we will find some solutions and then plot those solutions as the points on a graph. Now for drawing graphically the linear equation, it is enough that you find three solutions. With those 3 points, we can make the graph for the linear equation. Okay, so let us try to find the solutions for this. Minimum 3 solutions only you require. You can find any number, but minimum is 3. So when x is this is of form x minus y equals 5. So what you will do? You will either write x in terms of y or y in terms of x. So we are going to write x in terms of y, because you know this is minus y. So always it is to take a minus y to the other side. Otherwise what will happen here, if you are taking x to the other side, this becomes minus y equals 5. In that cases you should be very careful also. I will tell you after teaching this, I will tell you in that case also when you are asked to find with respect to y. So here x will be equal to 5 plus y. So when y is equal to 0, what is the value of x? X will be equal to 5 plus 0, or it is 5. So the ordered pair we have found out 5 comma 0. Now this ordered pair, now we will be putting it as a table. So side by side we will be drawing a table where you will be putting the values of x and y. So 3 values only we require. We will make a table like this. Table is a must for drawing the graph. So what is the value here? When y is 0, the value of x is 5. Next, when y equals 1, what is the value of x? X will be equal to 5 plus 1, that is 6. Soon you will be filling the column in the table. That is when y is 1, x is 6. Now you can take one negative value also you can take, y equals minus 1. When y is minus 1, what is the value of x? X will be equal to 5 minus 1, 4. So the pair will be y is minus 1, x equals 4. So now these are the points what we are going to plot. The ordered pair will be 5 comma 0, 6 comma 1 and 4 comma minus 1. So with this you will be plotting the graph. So let us draw the graph. So we have the coordinate plane here. Now you are going to plot the points. Which is the first point? When x is 5, y is equal to 0. So x5, y0. x5, y0 means where will it be? Y is 0. So it will be on the x-axis, where 5 units in the positive x-axis. 5 units away from the y-axis along the positive x-axis. So here this is the point. So as and when you plot a point, its coordinates should be written. That is very, very important. So this point will be 5, 0. What is the next one? 6, 1. So along the x-axis, that is x coordinate is 6 and y coordinate is 1. So the point will be 6, 1 here. This is the point 6, 1. Now which is the next one? When x is 4, y is -1. X is 4, x4, y -1. Which quadrant it would be? In the fourth quadrant. So x is 4, y is -1. So this will be the point. This will be the point 4, -1. So we have plotted the points over here. See, here the points look very close. Why? Because you have taken the values, nearby values. If you want, you can take larger values also. That is, you can take y equals 5 or y equals -6 or any values you can take, so that your graph will be seen as big one, enlarged one. Here, because I have taken the nearby values, my graph will be a shortened one, a small one maybe. It is very close, the points. Now what you're going to do is, these are the points, that is the values or the solutions. Now I'm going to join these points with a ruler or a scale. I'm going to join it. Now I have joined all these points and I have extended the line. I have extended the line. That is why this arrowhead is shown. This means that arrowhead shows that this line is infinitely extending itself on both sides. So this line will represent the graph for this particular equation. So you will have to write the equation on the graph telling that this is the graph for this particular equation. So along the line you will write, this is the equation for x minus y equal to 5. This is the graph for x minus y equals 5. So this is how you plot the points and join the points in such a way that you will get the graph for the given linear equation in two variables. Now when you look into this graph, what is the shape of the graph? It is a straight line. So we get a conclusion that the graph of a linear equation is a straight line. In fact, the polynomial of degree 1 got its name as linear polynomial because of this reason, that the graph will be linear. Linear means in a line. It will form a line. So graph of a linear equation is always a straight line. So that concept should be there in your mind. See, suppose you plot the points in a different way, you will be getting a graph which is not at all a straight line. So then it is not, you are somewhere you have gone wrong. That is not the graph. So graph of a linear equation is always a straight line. Now second conclusion what you get is, see, these solutions, these are actually the solutions, 4, -1, 6, 1, 5, 0, all these are the solutions for this given equation. We have found the solutions. So all solutions will be on the graph. All solutions for the given linear equation will lie on the graph. On the other hand, the points which lie on the graph are the solutions of the given equation. So any point you take on this graph will be a solution. Any point on this graph will be a solution. Suppose I am taking, say, 2, 1. 2, 1 means it will be 2 here, 1. So the point is over here. Is it on the graph? No. 2, 1 is not on this graph. So it is not a solution. Let us try and see whether it is a solution or not. 2, 1. 2, 1 means x will be 2, y will be 1. So 2 minus 1, how much? 1. So 1 is equal to 5? No, it is not equal. So it is not a solution. But that we have found out from the graph. So three things we can conclude from a graph of a linear equation, first thing is the graph of a linear equation is always a straight line. Second thing is every point on the graph is a solution for the given linear equation. Third is every solution for a linear equation lies on the graph. So these three conclusions we get from a graph of a linear equation. Now as I told you earlier, supposing if you are writing y in terms of x. So this is x minus y equals 5. Let us write it in the other way. So this will be minus y is equal to 5 minus x. Minus y. Please be careful when you do the calculations here. It is minus y. So whatever value you are getting will be minus y only. So let us see here. So here what you are going to do, you are going to put values for x and then get the values for y. So when x is equal to 0, when x equals 0, what you are getting is the value for minus y. It is a value for minus y. So this will be minus y will be equal to 5 minus 0, which is equal to 5. So minus y is 5. So what is the value of y? Y will be minus 5. Because minus y is 5, so y will be minus 5. So this ordered pair will be actually 0, minus 5. Same way, when x equals 1, when x equals 1, minus y will be equal to 5 minus 1, which is 4, minus y. So what is the value of y? Y will be minus 4. So the ordered pair will be 1, minus 4. So this is where you should be very careful. So sometimes you may forget. That is why I have told you always change this minus. Take that variable to the other side so that it becomes plus. So you don't have any confusion over here because this is positive as far as possible. So sometimes it may not be possible for us. You will be having a minus sign. In that case, please remember what value you are getting is for that negative variable. So for positive value, you should be getting it as minus. Minus y. Suppose it is say minus y is equal to minus 5. Then what is the value of y? Minus y is minus 5 means y will be 5. Minus y is minus 5. So y will be 5 itself. So understood how to do this? Now one more example we will be seeing to draw the graph. Now we take an example, say y equals 3x. Is this a linear equation, two variables? Some of you may be having a doubt. Y equals 3x. Is that a linear equation? Yes, this is a linear equation but not in the standard form. When you write in the standard form, this would be? This would be y minus 3x equals 0. So here y comes first. So if you want, you can change it and write it as minus 3x plus y equals 0 also. But again there, this is minus. So what will you do? Multiply with minus 1 and all. So we are not concerned with all these. We are given an equation. This is a linear equation. Y equals 3x. How to draw the graph for this? Now this here already it is given for us as a relation. Y is 3 times x. It is given as a relation. So what you will do? You only now have to substitute values for x. Get the values for y. So how you will do? You will draw the table. Okay, the table is ready. Now, when x equals 0, what is the value of y? Y equals 3 into 0, which is equal to 0. So, x is 0, y is also 0. Next, when x equals, say, 2, x is 2. What is the value of y? Y will be equal to 3 into 2, 6. So x is 2, y is 6. Now when x is equal to say minus 2, x equals minus 2, y will be equal to 3 into minus 2, which is equal to minus 6. So x minus 2, y is minus 6. Now we will be plotting the graph for this. See, because I am drawing on this board, maybe my unit measurement may not be proper. So when you are using in the graph paper, very clearly you can do it. Take 1 unit as that line the darkened line as 1 unit. Please don't draw in between so that you will be getting confused. Last time when you were doing for coordinate geometry also, many of you have taken in between values. That will cause a lot of confusion for you. So always take the darkened line as say 1 unit. So here we are going to draw the graph. So we have got the coordinate plane here. Now let us plot the points. First one, when x is 0, y is also 0. Which is that point, or where will that point be? Both the coordinates are 0. Which is that point? It is the origin. So this will be which point? 0, 0. As and when you plot a point, please write the coordinates as ordered pair. It should be written. The next step, when x equals 2, when x is 2, y equals 6. So when x equals 2, y is 6. So this will be the point 2, 6. Next one, when x is minus 2, when x is minus 2, y is minus 6. X is minus 2, y is minus 6. This will be your point. Minus 2, minus 6. Now what you will do? Join this using a scale. So here we have got the graph for which equation? Y equals 3x. So where should you should write it? You will be writing it on the graph y equals 3x. This will represent the graph for y equals 3x. Now here one more thing we have found out. Just think it over what we have found out. Just look at the graph. Y equals 3x. That means whatever value you give for x, that is whenever you are giving the value for x as 0, whatever be the constant over here, the value for y will be 0. Which means the graph will be passing through the origin. Suppose you are having say x equals 4y. X equals 4y. When you substitute y as 0, what will be the value for x? X will also be 0. Suppose it is y equals 10x. Here when x is 0, what is the value of y? 0. So any equation of the form y equals mx. Y equals mx, where m is any constant. Any linear equation of the form y equals mx will pass through the origin. That is another one general conclusion. So 4 conclusions we have learned for linear equation, graph of linear equation. The fourth one, what were the 4 conclusions what we have learned? The graph of a linear equation is a straight line. Every point on the graph is a solution. Every solution will be a point on the graph. And fourth one, the linear equation y, any linear equation of the form y equals mx will be passing through the origin. So understood how to plot the graph for linear equation. Now we have already learned converting statements to algebraic form. So sometimes you may get statements where you will have to form the linear equation and then plot the points and draw the graph. So that will be doing in the next class. Hope all of you have understood how to plot the points for and then how to find the solutions first, then draw the graph for the linear equation. Thank you, children.